Good afternoon. This is Chris Brecher with the Chart Patterns Mastery / Simpler Central Room. Free video. What's today about? Well, I'll tell you right now is, to me, just about the divergence between bonds and stocks for the past week. And because of that, you had a positive divergence for once between bonds and stocks. Now, what are we talking about in here? I'm talking about this. Here's the SPX. I showed the arrow up here. And this is a 4-hour chart. And as you see, the SPX has been stuck in this range, while the bond market has finally had a positive divergence. That's why today bonds didn't matter, because this has been so positive. It's about time for this to catch up. Now, another way to look at that, and you know I'm really into that kind of thing a lot, is the CNN Fear and Greed Index. Now, I don't just go literal on on greed and fear and all that stuff. I use it as an extremes. Extreme greed to me on the CNN Fear and Greed Index. It's 7 fear and greed indicators. I get bearish on the broad market if this is like 90. Just keep that in mind if it's like 90. Or if the extreme fear in here, then I'll get bullish. You don't see it that much. That's why I don't use the sentiment a lot. But this was about 80 last week. It's right there. Now it's here. Why is that? It's because of that bond market. If you go down here and you go to the safe haven demand, this was extreme greed last week. Look at the difference. And now it's fear. And that's why that gauge has gone down, and that's why stocks went up. So just keep that in mind. What's going to change in here? What's going to change is if you see this bond market on this red line, and you see this bond market go all the way back here, right to here. So let me go and show you on a different chart and make it a little clearer. There. So to me, the bond market doesn't tell you a darn thing right now. Right now, the one thing I can tell you is the bond market is at its high for the month. It's at its high from March 5th. So if you just take a real simplistic thing, it's where it was March 5th. But on the other hand, where's the NASDAQ in relation to March 5th? Well, guess what? It's at the same spot now. Well, the NASDAQ was up 250 today. But this morning it was down here. So yeah, this was down here, while the bond market was up here. That's the divergence I'm talking about. So now you have this up near its high. Now you have the bond market down here. So when does it become a big deal? Where the bonds going down enough will pull down the NASDAQ to where it was. To me, it's if the bond market gets to where it was back here, all the way at 119.12, right in this area. If it gets to where it was on March 4th at the beginning of the day, that's like the NASDAQ going back to this zone right here, down about 400 points. That's right in this zone. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking to see if this bond market is a bear flag, which I'm not sure about that. But if it is, and this breaks down to here, then I'm going to look to play the NASDAQ to the downside. In the meantime, I don't see it yet. So in the meantime, I'm not looking at that kind of idea. In fact, as long as the bonds don't break down, I'm actually going to look for long ideas in places where it's oversold at support. So I'm going to look at biotech stocks on the long side. I'm going to look for anything oversold in an uptrend. So we actually have a scan for that. So that's something I shared in the room. But basically, we're just taking stocks that are oversold on a MACD and over their 50 moving average. Here's 20 of them. That doesn't mean they have to go up, but that kind of idea is one of the reasons that Costco today was up 22. Oversold On a daily chart, we're doing daily, way oversold, right at support, and right at its 50 moving average. So that's the kind of thing I'm looking for as long ideas. When it comes to the Broadcoms of the world, they had bad earnings. On the chip side, it's oversold though. It's a push. Because on the one hand, it got under things. On the other hand, it is oversold in an uptrend. When I get those differing things, guess what I do? Nothing. I don't have enough of a read. I will tell you, though, that if you get this on the bottom, if you get this to go back to the 0 line, and you see this up here, just form little candles for a couple of days, tight candles in this area, and down here it gets back to the 0, I'll get real bearish and do a swing trade for next week. So take care, have a great night, and thanks for listening. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Chris Brecher, and I'm Senior Managing Director of Stocks at Simpler Trading. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you like our content, please leave us a like and a comment down below. Also, be sure to subscribe to our channel and click the bell notification icon so you never miss any of our great new content coming out. Good trading, and we'll see you at the next video. Take care.